Welcome to UGC E-Pathshala, Paper 11, Japanese History and Society, Module 30. In this presentation, we will discuss Japan's surrender in the World War II and how it impacted on Japanese people. We have discussed during the previous modules that Japan established its empire after 1886 Meiji Restoration as it embarked on policy of expansion. The Japanese Empire, after reaching to its pinnacle in early 1940s, collapsed with its unconditional surrender during the World War II. Following its defeat in the war, it had to renounce sovereignty over the empire it built, and its troops retreated from the war fronts. In this module, we will discuss what impact Japan's surrender left on the country and its people. Moreover, we will also discuss how the people coped with the situation in the wake of Japan's defeat in the war. But first of all, let us assess the reasons behind Japan's surrender. What compelled Japan, which by 1945 had established Great Empire of Japan, to surrender before the Allied powers remains an issue of debate. Some analysts argue that it was the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, in which both the cities were turned into rubble and thousands of people were killed, compelled Japan to call off the war. Others argue that Japanese decision to surrender was not driven by two bombings, but Russian invasion on Japan on August 18, 1945, and an immense entry by the Allied forces in mainland Japan compelled it to accept Allied powers' demand of unconditional surrender. Whatever may be the reasons behind Japan's capitulations, the war ended with Japanese emperor's radio broadcast addressed to its subject on August 15, 1945. In his address, the Japanese emperor exhorted Japanese citizens to endure the unendurable. The impact of the end of war was indeed unendurable for the Japanese people and society. In Hiroshima alone, as a result of the atomic bombings, some 1,18,000 people died and around 80,000 were wounded, while in Nagasaki, 73,000 people died as a result of the bombing and around 74,000 people were wounded. Those who survived in the bombing suffered with radiation-related diseases and were known as hibakusha. Japanese government's official estimate suggests that 1.74 million people serving in its armed forces died during the war till its surrender in August 1945. According to John Dover, approximately 4.5 million servicemen demobilized in 1945 were identified as being ill, and eventually some 300,000 were given disability pensions. During the war, almost all the major cities of Japan were heavily bombed, and as a result, some 30% of the inhabitants in the cities were rendered homeless. John Dover writes that close to 9 million people were homeless when the emperor in his radio broadcast told them that they had fought and sacrificed in vain. In the immediate aftermath of the end of World War II, Japan faced heavy food shortage. It may be reminded that Japan depended on its newly built empire, including Korea, Formosa and China, for basic foodstuffs such as rice, soybean and sugar. After Japan was stripped off from these territories, food supply to mainland Japan was cut off. Moreover, as Japan remained busy in war, there was a shortage of manpower at home to undertake farming. The adverse weather condition also made the situation worse and led to low yield, exacerbating food shortage in the war-weary country. The common Japanese were finding it difficult to obtain food for daily subsistence. Food shortage led to food inflation. The common Japanese were left with few options, and for the first time during and after the war, cane husk, peanut shell, and sawdust, used tea leaves, seeds, blossom, rose tea, silkworm, cocoons, grasshoppers, rats, moles, snails, and snakes became part of the Japanese diet. The press gave the dietary recommendation. He further writes that a survey of families of elementary school found that in mid 1946, gruel took the place of boiled rice at least once a day. For a quarter of the families, gruel constituted the major part of meals. Soups with leafy vegetables, repeat, soups with leafy vegetables were another mainstay of the daily diet, as were homemade bread and dumplings along with steamed sweet potatoes. Typical diet of desperation also included acorns, orange peels, roots of arrowroot plant, rice bran dumpling, and a kind of a steamed bread made of wheat bran that in normal diet was fed to horses and cattle. The food shortage problem resulted in malnutrition among the Japanese people, and among the children it resulted into their stunted growth. As Japan was facing severe food shortage after the war, rampant stealing of foodstuff was reported at that time. The police found it difficult to tackle this problem. Repeat, the police found it difficult to tackle this problem. Arrests were made, but incidents of theft continued on the rise. The surrender and end of the war also left deep impact on the Japanese society. The soldiers coming back from the Japanese erstwhile colonies found themselves in precarious situations. Not only they lost their jobs, but to their shock and surprise, they found that their spouses were married to their acquaintances and or friends, as they were presumed dead during the war. The war rendered many children orphaned, and they were found homeless, loitering on the streets. Since rate of unemployment was high and it pushed various families into destitution, many women entered into prostitution, a work they never liked. The Japanese society's problem aggravated with the rise of cases in epidemic diseases. The diseases such as cholera, dysentery, typhoid and smallpox, meningitis and polio was on the rise during the war, but it aggravated as a result of the war. In this disease, so many people died due to cholera, typhoid and smallpox. Tuberculosis was another disease with which many Japanese suffered. Official data suggests that in 1947 alone, 1,46,241 people died due to tuberculosis, and it was not until 1951 that total number of annual deaths dropped below 1 lakh. The trade and industry was the hardest hit area in post-surrender Japan. Before the war, Japan was heavily dependent on its colonies for raw resources needed by its industry. With the end of war, the supply of resources stopped. The production within its industry almost stopped due to lack of resources compounded by lack of energy supply. Moreover, the big business called as Zaibatsu were disbanded. Why it was disbanded? It was disbanded because they were charged to promote war and expansionism. Japan also lost markets, and it could only resume its trade with outside world after the end of occupation by the Allied powers in 1951. The surrender, occupation and democratic reform initiated by the Allied powers, and especially Supreme Commander of Allied powers General Douglas MacArthur, did bring some cheers for those who suffer at the hand of military regime during the pre-war period. Those who opposed Japan's expansionism during the war were considered thought criminals, and they were put in jail or were kept under surveillance. The newspapers, journals and magazines were censored. These restrictions were lifted after after Japan's surrender. Thought criminals were released from the jails and censorship on media was lifted. The Japanese Communist Party, which was banned for upholding the banner of freedom and human rights and for calling for the liberation of Korea and Taiwan, was allowed to resume its political activities by the occupation authorities. The occupation authorities also initiated various reforms, including the administrative and democratic reforms as well as constitutional reform. The Meiji Constitution, in which sovereignty resided with the emperor, was revised and a new constitution named as Peace Constitution was promulgated in 1947. In the new constitution, the sovereignty was transferred to people and the emperor was made symbol of the state and unity of the people. The universal suffrage was granted to the Japanese people. It may be reminded that in pre-war Japan, the right to franchise was limited to men. The women had been demanding during the pre-war years that they should be granted the right to vote at par with their male counterparts, but it was never granted. It was granted only after the occupation authorities undertook democratic reforms. More importantly, in the revised constitution, a new renunciation of war clause was added. This clause is known as Article 9 or the Peace Clause. Under this clause, Japan renounced war as a sovereign right of the nation, and it also pledged that it will not pose threat and it will not use force as a means to settle international disputes. In the same clause, Japan also pledged to never maintain land, sea and air forces as well as other war potentials. This clause was apparently included to curb Japanese state and inhibit the state to further wage war. The clause, however, remains controversial. A group of Japanese, including the ruling Liberal Democratic Party, wants to revise it. It terms this post-war constitution as relic and imposed by alien powers. The other group, led by the left parties and peace groups, want to preserve it. They argue that changing the constitution will lift the restriction on the state to participate in war. And this contestation, starting from 1950s, continues till now. Japan regained sovereignty in 1951 after living for almost 6 years under the US-led occupation. During this period, a transition government supported by Supreme Commander of the Allied Powers, General Douglas MacArthur, governed Japan. Sovereignty was restored to Japan after signing of San Francisco Peace Treaty in 1951. The peace treaty came into force in 1952. It gave Japan a proper position of honor and equality among the community of free nations. Thereafter, Japan started to re-establish diplomatic relationship with countries around the world. A sovereign Japan resumed trade and commerce with the outside world more vigorously. This change brought job opportunities and employment to people in Japan, and it brought prosperity to war-weary Japanese society. From this analysis, you can reach to a conclusion that the surrender and end of war brought lots of suffering to the Japanese people and society. However, Japanese society's reaction to Japan's surrender and its occupation that followed the end of World War II remains very mixed. In the immediate after the surrender, the Japanese society grappled with food shortages, unemployment and health related issues which was compounded by the lack of access to food. These are the issues that remains as bad memories for the Japanese society. On the other hand, post-war developments brought democracy, right to franchise to women, end of various restrictions imposed by the state that they witnessed in the pre-war years. This is the reason that the Japanese society still despise war and they want to uphold the freedom and liberty they gained after the end of World War II. Thank you.